Hi there. Coming to you with our weekly economic update. Here's Beata Bukowski. And the biggest news of last week was the Fed's favorite measure of inflation, personal consumption expenditures. The report showed an increased inflation in the month of February by 0.3%, but an overall year-over-year drop from 5.3 to 5%. When we take out the food and energy prices, which are the most volatile, the rise was also 0.3%, but a year-over-year decline from 4.7 to 4.6. There's one component there, and that's the shelter costs that are a lagging part of the whole indicator. So as soon as these numbers are actually going to kick in, we're going to see some stronger drops in inflation. Signed contracts on homes indicate that the housing market is still doing and standing very strong. Pending home sales rose 0.8% from January to February, which was much stronger than expected, and it was the third straight month of increases. Sales were down 21.1% from comparing to February of 2022, though this was still an improvement over the January numbers. The bottom line is, as Lawrence Yun, the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, noted, after nearly a year, the housing sector's contraction is coming to an end. Existing home sales, pending contracts, and new home construction pending contracts have turned the corner and climbed for the past 3 months. Housing activity should continue and is expected to rebound during the spring buying season, especially if the mortgage interest rates are going to cooperate and help those hibernating buyers. The Case-Shiller Home Price Index, the gold standard for property appreciation, showed home prices declining 0.5% from December to January, but they were 3.8% higher than the year before. More importantly, the demand for single-family homes seems to be much stronger because the Federal Housing Finance Agency, who reports only appreciation for single-family homes, showed an increase of 0.2% from December to January, and prices rising 5.3% from January 2022 to January 2023. This was a slight decline, but bottom line is there is demand and very few homes on the market, showing a very tight inventory. Lastly, the continuing claims for unemployment are a significant indicator that there's people staying unemployed for longer, even though new claims are still under 200,000, which is a very respectable number. Finally, GDP for the final numbers for the last quarter of 2022 shown the economy growing 2.6%. We are going to see what happened in the first quarter of this year on April 27th, and that will be a very strong indicator if there is going to be any negative numbers that would and could signal a recession. That's all I had for you today. Beata Bukowski.